Let's talk about how to make content creation actually take less time than I know it's currently taking you. Today, I saw a comment in a group I'm in where a woman said that it takes her about 10 hours to write one blog post. And I felt like that is incredibly unreasonable unless that's a really huge part of your content strategy, blogging, and you have an incredibly technical business that requires a ton of research and a ton of unpacking everything for your audience. No wonder that people don't want to do content if it's going to take them 10 hours to write one blog post. So I get this question a lot from my clients and my students. How can this be something that I do regularly without it taking up all of my time? So I have some notes here that I want to talk about 3 things that will help you stop taking up so much time in your content creation. The first one is take a look at what you're already doing. Now, I talk about repurposing a lot, but if you are already doing a podcast and turning it into a blog and then turning it into emails and using that for social posts, but nobody is looking at your blog, or your podcast isn't getting you the return on investment that it's costing you, then start with, where is my energy going and what's bringing me a return on investment? What do you love doing? What don't you like doing? Where is it constantly going? I'm working on a Saturday because I took yesterday afternoon off. So here I am answering some questions on a Saturday morning. But what is it that you're doing that you can stop doing because it's not worth your time? So that is a very big question. So the second thing is, if you're doing something and it's taking you a ton of time, but your audience isn't consuming it, then does that mean what you're providing isn't what your audience wants or needs? For example, my audience, they need a small bite, right? Like they don't want a huge, complicated explanation about things. They want a tiny bite. They want to consume it. My people are busy and they've got, their creative brains are going a million miles an hour. So the second thing I want to ask you is, what is your content that your audience can consume? Do they need an academic level blog post or article? And if so, then maybe that's, maybe you need to consider like, okay, how can I outsource some of this research, or how can I repurpose it? But can you take what you're doing and make it less so that you can show up more with little bites? That's a really important piece to doing less in your content, but having more impact. Because I don't want to say like do less content. I want you to show up more frequently. But if it's taking you 10 hours to do something, like I've been doing these short form like TikTok videos. But when I was learning how to do them, I'm not kidding. Like one of them would take me an hour. And I was like, I can't do this shit forever. But at the beginning of your journey, you're learning. But if you've been doing this for a long time and you're not getting the ROI and it's not what your audience needs, those are 2 things to consider to make your content take less time. The third thing is, where are you energetically kind of shooting all over yourself? Like, I should be doing a blog and I should be doing short form video. And that feels like it takes up your time. Even though you're not actually sitting down to write the blog or do the short form video, you are still like, it's still sucking your time and energy. So like this week, a client said to me, I'm really like, one of my big goals for the next 90 days is to do a blog. And my question is, you don't like writing? You don't write now? It makes you stressed out to write? Is that even what your audience needs? Is that the best way to get the information you want to get out to your audience? They're not used to you having a blog. If you do it, will you be able to keep up with it? Like all of that is energetically sucking the life out of her. So don't take for granted how much that energy that you're thinking like you should do something or you have to do it perfectly is really taking up brain space for you, which feels like it's actually taking time. So it's really much simpler to create content than you're making it out to be. What does your audience need to hear? What do they want to hear? Where do you want to be? Are you not ready for short form content, even though TikTok and Reels are exploding around you? That's okay. Stop letting the big companies direct what you're going to do with your content. You just might not be able to do it right now until you get a system in place, until you get your muscles strengthened. Like, give yourself permission and let go of some of this other bullshit. And rewriting is a great thing. Like, how much time are you spending rewriting something and making it perfect? And if you don't enjoy that piece of it, or it's taking up too much of your time, will your audience even notice, right? Like, how much are you trying to make everything perfect and overdoing and overgiving? And this is all of the stuff that really sucks the life out of us as content creators. So I would love to know for you, Do you have any questions about streamlining your content creation and making it take less time? Put that in the links below, in the comments below. And where is your content taking up so much of your time? And how could any of these 3 tips today help you? By getting rid of what's not giving you an ROI, by getting rid of perfectionism and taking out the stuff that your audience isn't consuming anyway, or that they can't handle anyway. And 3, that energetic shitting all over yourself. What of those things can help you reduce the time? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Bye.